Gets funnier every time I do it. Hey, what's up, guys? You're joining me while I eat my lunch, which is pizza. And I'd seen something while scrolling through Facebook about an unrated extended version of the new Evil Dead movie that's coming out, which I think that would be a good rewatchability video since got the extended thing coming out, all that shit. I don't have lighting because I'm actually sitting on my bed. I'll give you like a quick thing. Sitting on my bed, I have a bunch of stuffed animals. But yeah, so I'm going to discuss a little bit of the new Evil Dead because I am a huge fan of the original trilogy. That's actually my favorite horror movie franchise of all time. I love the TV show. I think Ash vs. the Evil Dead is probably my favorite TV show that's on TV right now, considering I don't watch a lot of television. That is my favorite. I am patiently waiting. I believe it's coming back in October for season 2. If you haven't seen it, check it out. The first season is great. It's gory. It's funny. They have a lot of really good scares in it. I think you should definitely check it out. The new season, I believe, starts next month, which I'm so excited for. Now getting into the new one. Now, as a fan of the original movies, I was excited for the remake because I believe Sam Raimi or somebody had something to do with it. I believe it was the old producers. The old producers came back to do the new one, which I always take into consideration because it just shows that there's a love for it, and like it's kind of like if you want it done, do it right, and if you want something done right, do it yourself type of thing, which I was really, really excited about. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm watching Craig Ferguson again, and I don't know if you can hear him in the background. I'm sorry. I'm like a weirdo. I just freaking watch random clips on YouTube of like shows over and over again. But yeah, so when the new movie came out, I didn't get to see it in theaters. I forgot why. I think I might have been working a lot at the time, so I didn't have time to go. But I had rented it on Halloween, and I wanted to watch it with a friend of mine. My friend ended up not coming, but I ended up renting it anyway, because that's what sad people do. But I was so shocked. I love the new one. I've watched the new one like 30 times because I think it's so good. The gore is amazing. It's really well placed. I think it plays a really good homage to the original one. A lot of things that people had a problem with, they were like, oh, well, who's supposed to be Ash? I don't think anyone realized that Ash is kind of like, they each take like a bit of Ash in each part of the movie. Like the one girl, she cuts her arm off, but it's supposed to like, I guess, symbolize when Ash had to cut his hand off because his hand went crazy. Then you have there's a whole bunch of it, and that's why when everybody's like, oh, the girlfriend, she had the main character's brother's girlfriend. I don't remember their names. The only one I remember is Mia, which is the main chick. I don't remember all the other people's names. I know she had a brother. His name was like Dylan or something stupid. David. That was his name. Sorry. I was so happy that I remembered. But yeah, so, I think they all kind of took on Ash at certain points, because you have moments where even like the brother David picks up the gun, the girl has to cut off the hand. The girl Mia, I'm trying to think. I forgot what the hell Mia had to do that was very Ash-like. Sorry, stoner ADD mind. I'm not gonna remember. But no, I loved it. There was a scene, to this day, this scene gets me, and because it's so good. Now, obviously, in The Evil Dead, they're not demons or anything. Like, they tell you that they're Kandarian demons. But they've always been referred to as Deadites. That's just what they are. So, what's interesting is the girlfriend of the brother goes downstairs, because the Deaditlers are down there, and it crawls over her, and it takes a box cutter and like slices its tongue in half. That shit is crazy. There's obviously, in the original movie, if you've seen it, there's a scene where a tree rapes one of the girls. Now this is probably gonna be like a controversial type thing, like, oh, this is horrible, why would you like a movie that has a rape scene in it? Dude, she's getting raped by a tree. Like, she's not getting raped by a person. She's getting raped by a fucking tree. Trees don't rape people. Like, I'm sorry, but there's a lot of this, like, you gotta walk on eggshells a lot with people, and it's kind of frustrating. I'm really getting upset with my strap. I don't know if you noticed me, like, constantly playing with it. Well, of course you do, because it's in angle. But whatever. But yeah, so everybody's just, it's getting out of control. But in the new one, because they have a budget now, and they have CGI and shit, so they can really, like, make this shit happen. Like, you got thorn branches or thorn vines wrapping around her arm, and, like, this crazy, slimy thorn branch sliding up her leg, and it goes inside of her. It's so intense. It's one of the more intense horror movies I've seen probably in the last 10 years. Because there was a couple movies where even I was like, oh, like, okay. Because the original movies are gory. I'm not going to say they're not. The original movies are very gory. There's blood and chainsaws and guts and heads rolling around, hands walking around. There's a lot of stuff going on. But the new one, it's different because it's like, there's not as much comedy in the new one. Because in the original one, you have Bruce Campbell, which makes a lot of sense. He's good at that, the comedic relief, I guess, and it's fun watching him get beat up. Whereas in the new one, it's just intense. It's just an intense fucking movie. Like, there's a lot going on. But I love it. I love it. I think it's a movie that really stands the test of time because you had people that were involved in the original movie come back to do this movie. They also are talking about possibly wrapping up or intertwining, I should say, the new Evil Dead and the Ash vs. Evil Dead worlds. They kind of want to intertwine them, or what they want to do is they want to make a new Evil Dead with Bruce Campbell. I kind of hope that they have, like, the two worlds collide, because that's what they wanted to do in the new movie. They were like, they wanted somehow for Ash and Mia to cross paths and, like, they have to help each other. But then they also maybe wanted Mia to come on the show, or maybe they wanted Ash to come into the new, an Evil Dead 2 reboot sequel. They're not really sure how, but they want somehow to merge the two worlds together, which would be awesome. I'd be totally down to watch that. And if you haven't checked it out, I really recommend it, especially now that it's September and it's fall and it's time for spooky things. Oh, now I can do this because it's technically fall. So let's see. Let me do this. Where's my hat? I clicked the hat and it won't give me a hat. This is gay. Well, that was dumb. I was really mad. It didn't work. There was supposed to be a witch's hat, and my graphic decided to not work. And if anything, it just made my camera laggier. Oh well. But yeah, definitely check it out. It's called The Evil Dead. It came out in 2013, I want to say. 14, maybe. But yeah, definitely check it out. If you like gory movies, if you like horror movies, if you're a fan of The Evil Dead, and also if you do enjoy the new one, I recommend going back, checking out the original 3, and then checking out the first season of Ash vs. Evil Dead. Telling you, you will not be disappointed. Very smart, funny, gory, scary movies, TV show, franchise. It became huge. It became such a big thing, and I could see why. And I'm a huge fan as well. I also have a hoodie from The Evil Dead, well, it's actually from the third movie, Army of Darkness, and it says, "This is my boomstick," and it has Ash holding up his shotgun, which he calls a boomstick, and you can actually see where the shotgun comes from, all that stuff. But yeah, check it out. And as always, it's lovely to talk to you, and we're going to end this on an up note. They get worse. They just get like, why do they sound like sharks? It's so crazy. Bye.